You know what? I really want to join the Illuminati. And when I say the Illuminati, I just mean the gang of people who run the US. Because I'm still watching it. The Illuminati wife tells, what's the title? Tells all. And she's telling a lot of hidden shit. And let me just say, I would rather be working for the winners than the losers. In society, we're the losers. Because the Marines, the Army, they do a lot of fucked up shit. A lot. A lot. Everything is behind the scenes. Nothing is in the public. Everything that is in the public is hidden. Hidden. Everything is hidden. And when you watch it, you're going to say, wait, we have no power. We have absolutely no power in the world. I could be killed at any minute of any day, any time. I could be assassinated. They literally know where you are every second of any day. And they have assassins. They have new age assassins that can kill you anytime. I would rather be a trained assassin than be one of the people in the public. People say you want to fight for freedom and do all that bullshit. But seriously, there are more of the crooked people winning than the people winning. The people are getting stupid, and they're only getting stupider as we're the rich people who own America and the people who work for the rich people who own America, the assassins, the people who work for the political leaders, all those people are rich and they're very smart. I would rather have money and power than be powerless and live in a society full of stupid people. Doesn't that sound a little bit better to you? Yeah, it does. Apparently they train mercenaries. They train younger people to be assassins. And I didn't know MK Ultra was still happening. Yeah, I didn't know that was still happening, but it is. When you every person I meet is so clueless to what's happening on this planet, and they just think this world is just so perfect. And you just get a little job, you listen to what your parents say, you have kids, everything is wonderful and fine. No, you notice what the fuck is happening. Who the fuck controls us? Yes, I am shirtless. I am shirtless. You you wonder who the fuck is controlling us, and you say, hey, there's nothing I can fucking do. I can go in the streets and I can protest to get something passed, which I don't actually control. Yeah, you don't control anything. When the fuck are people gonna get that in their fucking minds? You do not fucking control anything in America. Everything is controlled through gun sales and drugs. You don't control shit. You are given by the Zionists. Look up what Zionists are. I've said it before. They control what you believe. They will put things on the internet to spread shit. Like, if you do this, you'll be this. If you do this, this is wrong. This is right. They do that. Zionists do a whole slur of things. And Zionists are just the tip of the iceberg. There is so much more that goes on in this world that just normal people don't know about. And you gotta watch this. All this stuff this woman is telling. And I can tell when someone's lying. She is not lying. I was skeptical at first. I thought it was just a trick. but she's not lying. I don't even think it should be called the Illuminati anymore. I think it should just be called the Mafia, because that's literally what it is. We're literally owned by the Mafia. Our government sells drugs and weapons to other countries for money. We do the most crooked, fucked up things, and we control all the people. Why would I not want to join that? You join the winners and not the losers. You get away from the losers and you join the winners. If all the popular kids are picking on the weaker kids, what are you going to do? You know what my mom would say? My mom would say, you go up to the weaker kids and you protect the weaker kids. No. You fucking go up to the better people and you join the better people. I'm not usually the type of person to join any kind of group completely. But seriously, I would fucking join the Illuminati. Not the Illuminati. Just so I could get money. Just so I could get power. I mean, what do I have now? Really? I mean, I'm healthy and I meditate and I do a bunch of shit, but I would honestly join some form of the military. I would have done it a while ago if I did not have a messed up foot. If my foot was fine and I had no epilepsy, I would have joined so long ago. Preferably, I would have joined the Marines. But no, I have epilepsy and I have a messed up foot. But if I didn't have those two things, I would be in the Army right now. No doubt. Also, I just watched an episode of American Dad where the Hadron Collider was in from CERN. I said that wrong. Someone will correct me. The Collider machine from CERN was in the American Dad episode, and it blew up the world, and half the people in the world were cannibals, and the world was like all messed up and stuff. But then there was a big war, and then everything was peaceful and fine. It's creepy because the Simpsons did the same thing. They didn't do the Hadron Collider. They didn't put that in there. They just put an apocalyptic world. It's like all the TV shows are predicting something. I mean, The Simpsons in particular. The Simpsons predicts everything. The Simpsons predicted a Trump thing that happened like 10 years before it was supposed to. The exact thing. In the episode, a girl drops a sign. In real life, a girl drops a sign. In the episode, Trump waves a certain way. In real life, Trump waves a certain way. It's just creepy how well the Simpsons tell the future. And I just really want the world to end. I do. Not because I'm depressed or anything. It's just, have you ever seen the show Last Man on Earth? Watch The Last Man on Earth. That is the kind of life I want. With no people. That is the most beautiful kind of life I would love. No people. No people. No people. None. None. Beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful, wonderful thing. No people. Why? Why? Why is that beautiful and wonderful? Absolutely wonderful. Oh, it's because people are horrible. People do horrible things. I'm just tired of people. But I live on this earth and I have to live with people. If I didn't have to live with people, I wouldn't. I would have a dog, and that's all. I wouldn't need a person. My family's so fixated on needing to be in a relationship because they've been brainwashed that that's the only way to live. And then they say I have no empathy when when I'm not in a relationship. I hate this society. We're just so brainwashed by everything. We are. We seriously are brainwashed. We need to either just collapse this whole entire society and realize that we're being controlled, or just the world needs to be blown up. Here's an idea. Put me inside the Hadron Collider and see what happens. I am a candidate. I will do that. Just put me inside there. We'll see what happens. If I die, oh well. If I get superpowers, awesome. If I turn out as a monster, shoot me. If I come out as a zombie, shoot me. If I come out extra sexy, keep me. If I disappear, oh well. Oh well. Aren't you tired of this world? Aren't anyone watching this, aren't you tired of this fucking world? Like, I almost make YouTube videos just. I'm excited that I get views and it makes my AdSense go up by like a cent. And that's it. But I'm more like making views. Oh, sorry. To get my. That was a burp. To get my feelings and thoughts out. Not something that many people do. I just. And no, I'm wearing pants. If you were wondering that the whole video, I'm wearing pants. Can't the Illuminati, the Mafia, just kidnap me and get me to be an assassin? Like, brainwash me to be an assassin, but, because the movie MK Ultra, that was a sad fucking movie. That wasn't a funny movie. I mean, there were some little laugh parts, but that was just a sad fucking movie. You would think from the trailer that it's funny because he kills a guy with a spoon, but it's a fucking sad movie. Um, if people don't know what MK Ultra is, it's when the government brainwashed a bunch of people, and some died from. They gave a lot of drug use, and they tortured people, and they still do it today. If you thought all tests were done only on rats, you're kind of stupid and ignorant. Tests are done on people. You just don't hear about it because if you heard about it, then protesters would say, we have to stop this. We have to stop this. This is bad. This is bad. We have to stop this. Protesting does nothing. Wish I could firebend. You know how much shit I would destroy if I could firebend? I would destroy a lot of things. A lot of things. And if you don't know what firebending is, look up firebending. Not that hard to do. If I could pick any element, to bend, I would pick bloodbending. I'm extremely interested in bloodbending. That is pretty much killing something by just looking at it, or moving someone's blood so they like can't move or they are controlled. I've seen that done with chi, but it looks kind of retarded. I want to do it like how they do on the show, where they go and they're like bending the person. I would love to do that. If that's a real thing, I would just teach me how to do it, and I would so master it. In this world, I feel like I have so much potential, yet I was born in the wrong time period of stupid. I was born around lots of stupid instead of lots of smart. Not many smart people left. And even if my book does sell, it makes me a lot of money. Will that make me happy? No, it won't. Because I know when I go to bed at night that I'm still being controlled by a higher power. I would rather work for that higher power and know what I'm working for, know the people that I'm working for. And you know what? I wouldn't betray them. I actually wouldn't. I would want to stay on the winning side. You don't stay on the losing side. I learned this from high school. I had friends that were bigger than me. And sometimes, literally sometimes, they would be really mean to me. And other times they'd be really nice to me. But they had fucking nice ass houses. They were rich kids. So what did I do? I didn't stay with the fucking band kids. I went with the rich kids who could buy me lunch, who could do all this shit for me. You go with the winning people. You don't go with the... You see those groups of nerdy kids who play World of Warcraft? Yes, those people will be in little groups their whole life, and they'll never get laid until they marry a woman they don't like, and then that's their life. You gotta follow your own dreams. You gotta follow your own dreams. I was that kid in high school that ran from group to group to group to group to group. I never had a certain group. Ever. Never. I did specifically stay in some groups longer than other ones, but I just never could conform to one group. I see myself as too unique to stay with one group of people. Like how my gay-ass neighbors, they fucking like butt bump. That's what I'm going to say. I have this fucking annoying neighbor who gets his motorcycle at night and he revs the engine so everyone in the neighborhood knows that his douchey ass lives in this neighborhood. And then I have these two neighbors over here right next to him that two guys live in there with one girl. And they always walk over to each other's houses and say, "Hey, what's up?" And they hang over there. I couldn't do that. I couldn't have this. I can't have that neighborhood thing where you just know everyone in the neighborhood. Like, I brought you muffins, Carol. Like that bullshit. I can't fucking have that. I need change in my life. I need action. I can't just be sitting down all the time. It's like senile to me to do that. It would fucking drive me crazy. No, I want to be that trained assassin that has killed lots of people in his lifetime, and then when I'm like 50, I will have a kid, have my first kid when I'm 50, and they'll be like, Dad, what's your story? What were you like when you're younger? And I can just tell him, stop joking. No, I won't do that. I will tell him. You want to be able to tell your kids interesting things about you. You don't want to fucking like say, well, I had you when I was 16, so I didn't really accomplish much in my life. So yeah, that's pretty much just it. I'm boring. I want to be interesting when I have a kid. And even if I have a kid while they're in the Illuminati thing, then I will stay in the Illuminati thing. I'm a smart cookie. I know when something's wrong, when something's right, if you should do something, if you shouldn't do something. I thought, like, I seriously thought of, and my friend tells me not to give out all this information on YouTube, but I seriously thought of if my book sold a lot of copies and I made a lot of money, I would get a small house. But still, I would hate that. I need to be moving around. I need to be doing things. I need to be constantly going. A house for me is somewhere where I sit down after a long day and relax. It's not somewhere I sit on my ass all day and just work around the house to make my house look nice. I fucking hate that life. I hate saying, we're gonna renovate the house. We're gonna renovate the house. Tell the neighbors. I hate that fucking life. That is the worst life to me. I could have a shit shack and live in that, but have a life where I'm just traveling around the world. I would just... You want to know the weirdest thing about my life? Weirdest thing. I can be best friends with someone. I grew up thinking that my future self, like since I was a little kid, I've thought this. I grew up thinking that my future self keeps coming back in time and threatening certain people and making them not like me, because I have met people in my life where they become my best friends. We get along 100% awesome. Nothing's wrong. We agree on everything. Nothing's wrong. We just are awesome. We hang out, and then randomly, out of nowhere, they fucking hate me. Nothing. No warning, nothing. I'm just not going to talk to you anymore. Just out of nowhere. Almost as if someone threatened them, or as someone lied to them. I don't know. This has happened to me since I was a little kid. Before I was even able to... I was the most innocent little kid when I was younger. I did not ever talk back. Ever. And then I began to. But so many random things. So many people that just stopped liking me for no reason. And then I had certain people who did like me throughout. Like my sister's friends. They liked me throughout. They barely saw me. I'm talking about the groups of people that I would normally always hang out with. They would just disappear. Like my girlfriend. My first first ever real girlfriend. We were together for a year. She stopped talking to me one day, just gone. Makes no sense at all. Just, I don't like you anymore. How does that happen? Why does that happen? You ask the question, and then, get this. This is the weird fucking thing. The person then acts like they don't even know you. After they've known you for maybe even years, it doesn't make any sense. So you question those things. And the people who just let it go like, oh, okay, are fucking stupid because they don't question anything. You have to question, like say, why did this happen? Why did this happen? Why did they all of a sudden just hate me now? No human being just randomly hates someone. There's a reason behind everything. There always is. And for me, I've always thought there was just someone threatening the certain people I cared about. So I'm always afraid to care about someone too much because they stop liking me. It's hard to get connected to something that you're going to lose. Honestly, it is. That's why if I was ever to join the Illuminati, I wouldn't have to be attached to anything. And it's really hard for me because I'm an empath. I feel people's emotions. I can read people's faces. I can read people's emotions. I know what people are thinking before they do them. I know when people are near me before they're near me. I can hear very far away. My senses are just very in tuned. The problem is that my epilepsy and my messed up feet. There was just a way to fix those two things completely. And no, I'm not religious. I'm in no way, I'm not a Satanist. I'm not a Christian. I'm none of those things. It's just that when you grow up drawing at the age of 2, stick figures being ripped apart by hellhounds, you gotta wonder, is there a demon inside of me? Is there something evil inside of me? You have to wonder, why am I drawing these things at this age? You have to wonder. And I hate the people who don't wonder. The people who don't ever ask why. Like, seriously, ask why. Sorry, I got a thought. Gotta end this video.